Hello, Gary Hernandez here, and welcome to Cane Self-Defense with Master Gary Hernandez, continuing our basic cane training in February. This time, we're going to talk about a part of the cane that gets used, but very little in discussions do people show how to use it certain ways. And I'm talking about the center shaft of this cane. Now, we talked about using the tip for bayonet strikes or pokes or even swinging and catching the lower portion of the shaft. And we had talked in the past about utilizing the crook for the same exact thing. Also talked a little bit about doing hooks. And I'll cover more of that down the road with the hooks and the pulls. But right now I want to talk about using the center part of that cane. Right now I'm using a Cane Masters training cane, and this cane has no grips and it has no shark's teeth, no teardrop, no rumble strips in the center, and that's stuff that's when it's kind of cut into your cane a little bit. I want to talk about just a basic ordinary training cane or even just a basic walking cane with any kind of wood structure that you're going to use with. Now, this, like I said, has no grip, so when I'm grabbing it, it depends where I want to swing, how I want to hold, and where I want to grab. Now, when you're grabbing a cane, you're definitely going to, come down a little bit like I talked in the past and lift your cane up, and you're going to have your grips are going to be somewhere here. Now, if you have grips built into the cane, they kind of help you guide where you need to go. If you don't have grips, and you don't really need them, they do help a little bit better, and they kind of, you don't have to look down, you can feel where the grips are and lift it up. Now, you can also put ranger bands, you can put tape, you can do all kinds of things that you can put and make your own grips. But if you don't have anything and it's just a plain cane, when you go down to where it's going to feel comfortable where you lift it up, and then when you grab on the other end, obviously I don't want to hold here because that messes up for what I want to use the center for. Brings my hands too close and a little too dangerous if they can get hit. I obviously don't want to be way out here because now, I can't really manipulate the cane as well as I'd like to. So when I'm going to do that, a grab for a block, I'm going to hold it right about here. And again, this is entirely where you want to hold it. If you want to hold it here, you want to hold it, that's entirely up to you. I'm not here to tell you how to hold it. I'm just showing you where I'm going to hold on to it. Now, with that said, we're going to talk about the center portion of the shaft. Now, obviously, one of the benefits of using the center portion of the shaft is stopping somebody either swinging their arm at you or swinging a solid object, whether it's high block or it's a diagonal block or a downward block. So I'm having that tool or that individual's arms hit the center of that so I can make the arm pull back or I can redirect the weapon coming at me. So that's another good thing for it. And you're sitting there bracing with two hands and you're smacking into it. You're using it for a block. But you could also use it for several different things. Number one, you can use it for striking. Now, I don't mean when you overshoot and you catch them with the center of that cane, because that's just part of the shaft. I'm talking when you got two hands on there. You can do what we call a rifle strike, where I bring it up and I jam it right into their face and just boom, catch them. And that goes to be, remember what I said about earlier in the video earlier, using the crook, striking to the face? Well, the same thing with the center. I could be here, I could be blocking his arm, his head's there, and then I'm jamming it right in. And of course, my hands are spread up enough to where I'm hitting and there's not a problem. I can simply move to one side, catch it, and catch the side of the head. So there's a nice, going right in, and I'm hitting them. If this is somebody who's kind of intoxicated and I don't really want to hurt them, but I want to get them off me, yes, I can push them, but that still might hurt them. I can bring the cane up, hold it with two hands, using that center shaft, and just push the person off me. Obviously, you need to be careful that nobody tries to grab the center of that cane or grab your cane at all. So when you're pushing them, you're going to pull your cane back. So besides striking to the face, you can also just push them away in the body. Now you can also strike if he's swinging as you block that arm, not just having them run into it. I can go out and I can strike that arm, causing more of an injury. And I did show this in some of the videos earlier. When they're kicking, I'm just not just blocking, I'm jamming it into that shin area and I'm causing injury. So that center part of your cane, you can do a lot. You can be sitting here and you can strike out like this, moving around, and then all of a sudden if they're in close, boom. Or I can strike and hit. Strike and hit. Strike the leg if he bends over and hit. So I've got a chance to work that. Two hands on it. It's pretty strong. The only downfall when you're doing a two-hand rifle strike like this, the biggest downfall is you actually bring yourself closer to the individual. Remember, there's that golden rule. If I can touch them, they can obviously touch me. So you need to be careful with that. So, you may want to come in, strike, and then come in and do something like that. So there's ways to work that. Another thing you can do with it, and I don't have a live person here, or I'd show you a little bit better, is you can manipulate with that center. And I know I talked about cane manipulation, but I'll be doing a video soon on body manipulation using your cane. But I'll show you a little bit about that when you have the center part of the shaft. I can sit here, catch up on an arm, and manipulate that person. Just like I turned him, I can do that with a person. Here, I can strike in. They bend over. With two hands, put that cane just under their arm area and lift up and turn them. And now I'm behind them to do that or to do that. So you can also use this not just for blocking, not just for striking, but also manipulation of the body. You can do all kinds of things. If I happen to be here and they happen to try to grab me and my cane comes around, I can use the center portion of that cane to pull that person in for knee strikes and grind. And I call this grinding the wheat or cracking the egg. I can use that. It's on the head of the person, and I can grind that head into me on the back of their neck like I'm grinding wheat, or up on the top of the head like I'm cracking an egg. They're going to feel that. Right, it's going to hurt a lot. So I can do that as well. When they start to fall, move and let them go down. So again, excuse me, bring it up, strike, bring it up, block, bring it up, manipulate, bring it up and around, grabbing it, causing discomfort and pain. So the center shaft of that does quite a bit. So don't just think of your cane as a one-sided weapon or self-defense tool or two-sided. Think about it as a full range motion and multi-side tool that you're going to be able to use. So hopefully that little tip helps. Practice those techniques. Bring it up, strike and move. Strike out and then come in and move. Hit, manipulate, and strike. You have fun while you're working this cane and get to understand it a little bit more. Just take your time and enjoy it. So hopefully that helps you guys. Gary Hernandez, thank you very much. If you get an opportunity, please subscribe to the channel. People started subscribing. It's definitely helping us grow, and I do appreciate that. And we will see you guys very soon. Have a good night. Bye.